All right. Good morning. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to E-News for this week. We would love to share with you something we worked on over the course of the winter sports season, a program called The Line Roars, which saw students meeting with Mr. Scholz and I every Wednesday afternoon, learning all things about culture and teamwork and perseverance in a program that we're really proud of and we're here to tell you a little bit more about today. David, can you tell us a little bit about the science behind our Line Roars program?
The Line Roars program was something that we developed over term one, and it was based on acceptance commitment therapy. It's an evidence-based therapeutic modality for psychology to improve people's wellbeing and mental health. And we felt like sport was a fantastic vehicle to be able to deliver some of these wellbeing concepts to our kids. And so I think we had the overall plan and hope and wish that it was going to support their wellbeing, but we also felt like it was going to add some value to the culture. We teamed up with Adelaide University. We've seen some of the qualitative data from the kids that were involved, and they were really positive feedback from them. It's been fun to be a part of.
It has. It's been amazing. Poppy, tell us a bit about your involvement in the program this year.
So this year, the boys and girls first football program participated in the Line Roars, which happened weekly on a Wednesday afternoon after school, and it included 2 to 3 people in the girls and boys program to share their Triple H, which is a hero, a hardship and a highlight, which is a pretty vulnerable position that we're putting ourselves in. So last year and the previous year on the football tour, the girls had done the Triple H before, where we all sat down together and shared our Triple H at once. So we used that almost to build connection earlier in the season, so we weren't just waiting for the football tour for us all to get close and have a sense of love and connection with each other, so we could almost be playing more for each other after that point.
So when I was working with the boys, Hugh was one of the first that offered their Triple H. Tell me about that experience and what's the impact of being vulnerable like that in front of your teammates?
Yeah, so it's hard. There's no other way to put it, I don't think, than it's hard to get up there in front of probably 25 of some of your best mates, people that you've gone to school with for me for the last 3.5 years, and to say, look, this is what I find the hardest about my life, and I want you all to listen. So, and especially for men, it's obviously a challenge and a stereotype that isn't very easily recognised. So for me, it was when I was going through my vulnerability moment, you could actually hear a pin drop on the floor. It was like eerily quiet in there. You know, if you actually take the time to be yourself in front of those people and actually talk about something that you can actually both relate with, it actually creates a much more powerful sense in the room than just joking around and having a bit of fun.
And that's what makes Hugh a great school captain. David, just also in terms of what you saw on the field, what changes did you see?
I think on the field what we noticed is that we spent a fair bit of time looking at our own personal strengths. We spent a lot of time looking at how we get confident, because I think a lot of the time in sports people are striving to be confident all the time. And we also looked at a lot of things around emotions and internal thoughts. So a lot of noticing of what's happening internally. Definitely talking to our head of sport, there was a lot less reports for the boys, Hugh. I don't know if that was actually true or not, but it seems like the boys were a bit more under control on the field. I noticed some stuff that happened on the field in and around trainings and also in games where I think we were more aware of what our values were. We were more aware of how we wanted to be as sports people.
It's amazing. We talk at Scotch about being known, nurtured and challenged, and for me the Line Roars program was that in action. I think, we worked really hard to get to know each other better, off the field, out of the classroom. We cared about each other. We kind of told stories, we opened up. There was vulnerability of both the staff and the students, but we absolutely challenged all of us to be the best versions of ourselves. We value our co-curricular program really highly. We're looking to maybe roll this program out to other areas of our co-curricular program, whether that's rowing or the musical in the future. But the Lion Roars has been a really enjoyable experience, and I think we've all learned a lot.